Remember when John McCain talked about how he wasn't going to run a negative campaign, how he wanted to focus on the issues, not get down in the political mud? I remember that. I guess you can chalk it up to something else that McCain has changed his mind about. Now he has apparently decided that going negative is the way to win the White House. You don't need to look much farther than McCain's ads, which have become increasingly negative, calling Barack Obama a celebrity, comparing him to Britney Spears and Paris Hilton, or the ad that shows Obama playing basketball instead of meeting with the troops. One study points out that 1/3 of John McCain's ads refer to Obama negatively. On the other side of that coin, 90% of Obama's ads don't even mention John McCain. These negative ads feed the perception of McCain as an angry candidate. Even some Republicans don't think the strategy is such a good idea. Former top McCain strategist John Weaver called that celebrity ad, Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, childish, tomfoolery. Those were his words. Other Republicans have characterized it as unprofessional, absurd, and juvenile. An editorial in the St. Petersburg Times says of McCain, quote, "The self-described happy warrior from 2000 has turned sour, and the candor and straight talk that once made him such an attractive candidate are rapidly disappearing," unquote. Meanwhile, McCain's flip-flop on the issue of offshore drilling has netted him some big bucks from the big oil companies. A nonpartisan campaign finance watchdog group says that after McCain announced that he was changing his position and he was now going to support offshore drilling, the big oil companies opened their wallets. Campaign Money Watch found that in Texas alone, oil-related donors gave $1.2 million to McCain's Victory '08 fund in June, 73% of the money coming in after he reversed his position on offshore drilling. You think that's a coincidence? Here's the question. Is going negative against Barack Obama a winning strategy for John McCain? Go to CNN.com/Cafferty file. Post a comment on my blog. Question this hour, is going negative against Barack Obama going to be a winning strategy for John McCain? Bob in Chicago writes, McCain's an angry old man with a nasty temper. He has no positives. He has to go negative. It appears there never was a straight talk express. That was just a mirage. This is the real John McCain. John in Colorado writes, although negative campaigning's been successful in previous elections, this time around, the attack ads are backfiring on McCain. The fair-minded, moderate McCain, who earned so much respect in his career, has morphed into an old, bitter Eddie Haskell character. He should fire his campaign staff, reverse course, and make every attempt possible to restore his dignity. Jake writes, absolutely, America's full of low-information voters who believe anything they hear. Thinking and being informed is too hard and time-consuming for us Americans. It's so much easier to just vote against someone based on distortions, lies, and negative ads. D writes, I think McCain's negativity is what's keeping the polls so close. And anyway, he's not really being all that negative. He's only pointing out the obvious, that Obama is not experienced enough for us to put our country in his hands. Tim writes, if the American people buy into this fear-mongering from the Republican hatchet men yet again, we deserve what we get. Another 4 years of catastrophically bad leadership. And C in Mississippi says, hey, Jack, from one old pessimistic curmudgeon to another, going negative is definitely a winning strategy. Sometimes you have to slap around these young whippersnappers to get your way. Take you, for example. You're a winner in my book, and look what being negative has done for your career. If you didn't see your email here, you can go to my blog at CNN.com/Cafferty file. Look for yours there among hundreds of others.